on the back. Let's just do a full body stretch. Reach the feet long on the mat, reach your arms long on the mat, and take a full body stretch. Maybe just go ahead and press through the heels, alternating from side to side as you wake up the hips. And relax the shoulders as you reach the arms long. And then go ahead and draw the right knee into the chest, give it a hug, squeeze it in here. Take some circles with the foot, wake up the ankles a bit. And then switch it out. Let's bring that left knee in. Extend your right leg long, hug it in. Take some circles again with the foot. And let's bring both knees up over the hips. Bring your arms out to a T and float your legs over to the right side, coming into a double twist here. You want a little extra assistance, you can bring the right hand to the outside of your left knee. Just think about those shoulders grounding down. And inhale, let's bring the legs back to the center, and on an exhale, let's go ahead and float over to the left side. Just beginning to awaken our spine, awaken the sides of the body, and just coming into that breath a little bit. Overall, taking this opportunity to awaken. And let's go ahead and come back to center. Cross the ankles, draw yourself up, and spin around, find the knees. Bring your feet out, your knees out wide, toes to touch, bring it into a child's pose. Extend your fingertips to the top of your mat. Gently rest your forehead on the floor. Let's begin to feel the long line from the fingertips down through the spine, out through the tailbone. And pressing back towards those heels. And go ahead and come up into tabletop on your inhale, and then exhale, downward facing dog as you kind of lift the feet. Sway the hips from side to side. Awaken the hamstrings, calves. And then find stillness here. Spread the toes nice and wide as you lift the inner arches, press the outer ankles down. Draw the belly up and in here. Send those hips a little bit further to the sky. Shoulder blades into the spine. Relax the head. Relax the jaw. And root down into those fingers. Pressing into the thumb knuckle, the pointer finger knuckle. Yeah, let's go ahead and walk our hands back to the feet. Come into Ragdolls. Feet stay hip width distance apart. Grabbing onto the opposite elbows. Sway from side to side. Maybe shake the head out yes and no. So allow the body to stay nice and fluid here with some bend in those joints. Allow the water to move through with ease. And let's release the hands, toe heel the feet to touch. Inhale, slowly rise all the way up. Extended mountain pose, reaching those fingertips high. On an exhale, draw your hands down towards the heart center as you blink the eyes closed. Just take a moment here to notice the breath, to notice how you feel. Draw your awareness into the heart center and ask yourself, what do you need today? You need to bring into your practice, to bring into your day, to be able to move with ease, peace, and feel calm. And when you're ready, go ahead and take that intention, reach up to the sky, extend the mountain pose, and then exhale, empty it out, forward fold. Let's take a halfway lift. Fold as you plant those hands, walk it out into a high plank. And send the armpits back to the hips. As you press back through the heels, breath in and a breath out. Inhale and exhale. Let's go ahead and come down to the knees. Pivot that right foot out to the side. Curl the toes under and let's open it up into an assisted side plank on the right. Right hand is down as that left arm is extended. Press down and through your left heel and the outer edge of that foot. And go ahead and extend it forward here if you'd like. Reach that arm beyond the crown. Open up the chest here. You can also lift that left leg, bring it into a bind if you like, grabbing onto your left ankle, pressing into the hand. Again, soften in the throat as you relax your head. And let's go ahead and exhale, bring it into your high plank. Stay here for a few breaths. Think about those heels, your hips, and your heart all in one line. So shoulder blades come into the spine, breath in, and a breath out. Let's go ahead, come down to the knees again. This time we're gonna take that left foot out to the side of your mat, and then open up to your left side plank. Pressing down into the knife edge of the right foot, reach through that right hand. Pull the belly up and in here, and then extend that right arm beyond the crown, finding a full body stretch here on that right side. And if you'd like to come into a bind, grab onto that right ankle, pressing into the hand as you open the chest. Pull the belly button into the spine, protecting that low back here in your bend. Breath in. And then exhale, let's release high plank. Go ahead and bend the knees and hover here. Take a breath in. And then on your exhale, let's round the back. Send your chest back to the thighs. Look in between those feet. Straighten the legs, downward facing dog. Toes to touch the back of the mat. Reach your right leg high, three-legged dog. Bring the heel to the glute, and then let's roll it open. Stacking your right hip on top of your left hip. Reaching that right foot back to the floor behind you, finding a nice twist. And then inhale, let's reach that right leg high. Exhale, let's send it through. Come into a low lunge. Bringing your hands to that right knee as you send your hips forward. Check in with that right foot. Knees over the ankle. Right foot is on 12 o'clock. And inhale, let's reach the arms up. Grab onto that left wrist and let's side bend over to the right. Come back to center, plant the hands to the inside of the right foot. Walk your right foot out a little bit to the edge of that mat, roll onto the right side, and come into lizard. Arms are nice and strong here, pressing the torso away from the hands. Chest comes through the biceps. That right knee opens up to the side as you roll onto the pinky edge of your right foot. And those hips dip towards the mat. Again, there's an opportunity for a bind here, bending that left knee, reaching the right arm forward and windmill it up and around. Again, catching the left ankle here. Open the chest, relax the head. And let's go ahead and release. Walk that right foot into the center of your mat. Shift back into your half splits. Toe comes back towards the face. Draw the belly up and in as the chest floats down to your knee. Walk those fingers towards the heel, the right heel a little bit here if you want a little extra stretch. And let's go ahead and plant that right foot. Plant the hands. Step the right foot back down, we're facing dog. And we switch it up, bring it to the left side. Inhale, reach your left leg high, three-legged dog. Hold here as you lengthen. Bring the heel to the glute. Now let's roll that left side open. Pressing down into the standing foot. Open up here on the side. And let's go ahead and extend that left leg long. Send it all the way through. Come into your low lunge. Reaching those arms up high to the sky. You can flatten the right foot. Checking in with the left foot. Grab onto your right wrist and let's float over to the left. Inhale, come back center, plant the hands, lizard on the left side. Roll onto the pinky edge of the left foot. Go ahead, spin those elbow pits forward, integrating here in your upper back and those shoulder blades. Take this to a bind if you'd like, bending the right knee. Reach your left arm forward, windmill it up. See the fingertips across the sky as you catch the back ankle or reach towards the ankle. Open the chest and relax the head. And let's bring it back to the center, coming into your half splits on the left side. Send those toes back towards the nose. Belly comes up and in. And hips towards the right heel. And let's go ahead, set that left foot down, step up with the right. Halfway lift. Nice flat back here, and then exhale, we fold. Inhale, chair pose. Finding our Utkatasana, our thunderbolt. Pressing into the center of the heels. Squeezing through the thighs, squeezing through those sit bones. Reaching those arms up high to the sky, breath in. And then exhale, we fold. Halfway lift. And go ahead, plant the hands, step back, downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Empty it out. On an inhale, right side warrior one. Reach those arms up. Find your warrior here. Find your hip position, nice and neutral in that pelvis. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more inhale. Reach to the sides of the body. On the exhale, plant the hands, downward facing dog. Take a breath. Empty it out. Left side warrior one on the inhale. Draw the belly up and in. Send the shoulders over the hips. And then begin to deepen into that warrior. Breath in. And a breath out. One more inhale. Exhale, plant the hands. Downward facing dog. Stay here for a few breaths. And take a breath in, empty it out on an inhale, lift that right leg high. Exhale, we send it through, come into your crescent warrior, reaching those arms up high, curling the left toes underneath the left heel. Breath in, breath out. Hands come to the heart center. Let's twist to the right. Lock that left elbow to the outside of the right knee as you twist around the spine. You can also have that left hand on the floor, reaching the right arm up. Find your twist. Inhale, we come back to center, crescent warrior. Open it up for warrior two. Let's reverse our palm, peaceful warrior, bring it back, breath in. And then exhale, let's go ahead, plant those hands, downward facing dog, step it back. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale, we bring it through. Crescent warrior on the left. Find your foundation here. Draw the belly up and in and deepen. Hands come to the heart center, lean a bit forward. And now let's take it to the left. Draw the belly button away from the thigh here as you rinse. Inhale, center, crescent warrior. Exhale, we open to warrior two. Pressing into the knife edge of the right foot. Go ahead and drop that tailbone down, nice and neutral in our pelvis. Reverse your palm, peaceful warrior. And then exhale, downward facing dog. And let's pedal up the feet here. Reach your right leg high. Let's bring it into our half pigeon. Bring that right knee up to the right ankle. Excuse me, your right wrist. And that right ankle right behind the left wrist. And you can stay lifted here. Wherever you are, your hips are squared to your mat. Shoulders are over those hips. Belly's up and in. Finding some space between the ears and the shoulders. When you're ready, you can go ahead and fold yourself forward. Finding your head, your forehead, either on the floor, on your hands, or on a block. Finding something here to connect to. As you bring your awareness back into the intention that you created at the beginning of your practice. And just notice if that intention has served you over this last 15 or so minutes. And perhaps it hasn't, perhaps you forgot about it. It's okay, there's no attachment or judgment here. Simply inviting in that awareness. Gently bring yourself up onto the hands. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Send that right leg back, downward facing dog. Take some movement here to find a nice release. And then we lift the left leg high, and then we send our left leg through. Left knee, left wrist, left ankle, right wrist. And then again, find what works for you on this side. Just notice there is a difference between the left and the right side. Stay lifted if you'd like, or when you're ready, you can go ahead and lean yourself forward. Sending your forehead down to the floor. Wherever you are, let's flex that left foot, taking any extra pressure off of our knee. And let's go ahead, walk those hands back towards the body. Spin your right leg around to meet your left. Plant your feet as you bend the knees. We're gonna roll down onto our back. Find your heels hip width distance apart, and then lift our hips, bridge pose. Shimmy those shoulder blades a little bit closer underneath you. I'm gonna reach those fingers towards the heels. Pull the belly button down towards the spine. Press into the center of the heels, give a little tilt in the chin, up towards the ceiling to find a nice smooth breath, moving through the throat. If there's any constriction here, bring those shoulder blades a little bit closer together. Inhale, and then exhale. Let's slowly lower it down, one vertebrae at a time, and then bring it into Superbadakanasana, where the soles of the feet come together and the knees open up like pages of a book. Bring one hand to the heart and one hand to the belly. Just take a moment here to honor your practice, to honor you for showing up. And release the arms out into a T. Bring the legs back together, plant the feet, cross your right leg over the left for twisted roots. We're gonna float our legs over to the right side. You can also go left here, just notice what feels better for your body. Go ahead, bring the legs back to the center, unbind, and then cross your left leg over the right leg, and let's float those legs to the left side. And let's go ahead, come back to center. Let's reach those legs high to the sky for legs up the wall. Zip the legs up as one long lever here, press through the center of the heels. Nice long line here in the neck. Let's reach the crown to the top of your mat. Shoulder blades come together a little bit here. Breath in and a breath out. Hug the right knee in. Lengthen your left leg on the mat. Bring your right arm out to the side. Bring it into a supine twist. Sending that right knee over to the left side of the body. Ground down into the right shoulder here. Starting off shallow here first in our twist. And then with each breath, allow that body to deepen just a little bit more. Staying aware of the shoulder. Maybe flex the left foot here, finding a little more space in the abdomen for that twist in the low back. And let's bring it back to our center and we switch it up. Hugging that left knee into the chest. Extend your right leg long. Hug it in here for just a moment. Extend your left arm out to the side. And then bring that left leg over towards the right side of the body. Now let's bring it all back to our center. Take happy baby, grabbing onto the inside or the outside of the feet. Knees open wide. Down towards the floor, alongside the armpits as you press the heels to the sky. The low back is down on the floor as well. Find some movement here that feels good as you rock from side to side maybe, or extending one leg and then another, or both. Let's take the opportunity here to be curious with the body. Just notice what feels good for this moment. And take any additional pose here to feel complete with your practice today. And when you're ready, go ahead, bring those knees together. Wrap your arms around the legs for a full body hug. Squeeze it in. Say something kind to yourself. Take a deep breath in, and then exhale, release, Shavasana. Give yourself this opportunity to rest and restore the body. Finding stillness in the thoughts. So allow yourself to sink further and further into the earth beneath you. Feeling into the sensation of the breath, that life force moving through the body. Soaking up all the beautiful nutrients you created from your practice today. Find yourself distracted or the mind has wandered, spend no time wondering why or asking where the mind has gone. Simply turn your mind around and connect with the breath. Feeling the breath enter through the nose. Sensation of the breath filling up the belly. Perhaps noticing the sensation of the body rise and fall with each breath in and each breath out. Do this as many times as you need. Stay connected to the body and your breath here in this present moment. Bring awareness to the body, your surroundings as you deepen your breath. Bring movement to the fingers and toes as you begin to awaken. And roll onto either side using your arm as a pillow for 3 slow breaths. And gently bring yourself to a seated position at the top of your mat with the eyes closed. Feel safe. You're finding a gentle gaze down towards the fingers. Take this moment to check in and notice how you feel. And bring your thumbs to the third eye center. Together we bow in gratitude for our mind, our body, and our practice. Namaste.